Here and we're gonna be playing some Duolingo. I gotta put down this other. Yeah.
I had my vision checked recently. Wrapped.
Wrap him in a blanket.
Wrap him in a blanket.
I fell and hit my head yesterday, and I was unconscious for a few minutes. Fortunately, a kind pedestrian called an ambulance to help me. To check my vision, the nurse asked me to look at letters on the wall.
Things that consumers don't really buy, but the business really buys, the government buys, and it looks at the prices of everything in the economy. So the deflator deflates the nominal GDP.
Clean.
The equation's right here. The GDP deflator is the nominal GDP divided by the real GDP.
Clean.
100. Again, it's a number. It's an
I didn't even
number
realize I had been unconscious.
Base here. You definitely
Unconscious.
want to practice on doing the deflator. And the last concept you're going to learn at this unit is the causes of inflation.
Checked.
Inflation
Check.
happens for three reasons. The first one is when a government just prints much money, and you learn something called the quantity theory of money. It's an identity that shows you M times V equals P times Y. Now, what does that
Since
mean?
the accident, I've been having problems with my vision.
P is the velocity of money. It's how much time money is spent, or how many times money is spent and respent in a given
He
period of
passed
time.
out, and
P is
he's
the
still
price.
He passed out and he's still unconscious.
Good morning. How are you feeling? You're going to have your bandage removed and wrapped again this morning. Don't.
I'm really suffering.
I'm really suffering.
Last week, a banana fell on Tim's head, so now he suffers from a fear of falling fruit. He has an umbrella everywhere. It's pretty weird. Remember, you don't have to suffer in silence.
Remember, you don't have to suffer in silence.
Is she still unconscious?
Is she still unconscious?
Can stress make your vision worse?
Can stress make your vision worse? Can stress make your vision worse?
Don't worry, you won't suffer much.
Don't worry, you won't suffer much. That's
The reason that Tom isn't here is because he's sick.
explanation for why.
Hair. Cot.
Positive.
Junk food.
My name. Does I have a back call?
Because you were able to move on. 2. On.
I don't want to miss out on that new video game.
Indeed.
You plan.
The vet says he's to take his who's. He's
Grilled.
Would you like to keep me company while I run to the store?
So, I'm reading over your CV, but it's taking me a while to get through it.
Ah!
The point is that right now, communication between the different departments is too unreliable.
Where are our folks going to sleep?
Where are our folks going to sleep?
Do you have time to run an errand today?
Do you have time to run an errand today?
Everything Y is the amount of stuff we're actually producing. So P times
Sergio!
theory of money is
Do
do
you understand this or no?
again, it's a number, it's an index number that tells you how prices change.
You said what?
Do you understand this? You definitely want to do some calculation
Huh?
and some practice.
Do you understand this?
The last concept you're going to learn is the cause of inflation. Inflation happens for three reasons. The first one is when the government just prints much money, and you learn something called the quantity theory of money. It's an identity that shows you M times
I think it's the basic terms, that's it.
This is the basic terms. This is you come 101.
No, but like I don't know like the math, the theories. I just know what the definitions are and basic causes.
So P times Y is the nominal GDP.
I'll be more cautious next time. I'll cross the street. I'll look both ways.
Can you point to where it aches, honey?
That's important because
To where it aches, honey.
and why the output stays the same, you're gonna have an equivalent change in prices. So if
Really?
money supply goes up by 10%, prices are gonna go up exactly by 10%.
When will
The
this
other two
medicine
causes
wear
of
off,
inflation are actually
doctor?
super simple. The first one's
Wait,
called demand pull. This is the idea of demand goes up, people want to buy a lot more stuff in the country, and people bid up the price for it, so demand pulls up prices. The other one is called cost.
It's going to be a slow
Cost
recovery.
push is the idea that there's some resource cost.
Slow
We ran
recovery.
out of some key resource to produce stuff that caused production costs to rise. So now it costs more to produce stuff, so we produce less stuff, causing prices to go up. So either demand goes up, people want more of your stuff, or you can't produce as much stuff. Either one causes prices to go up, causes inflation. Now, overall, Unit 2 is not that difficult. I give it 4 out of 10 difficulty. But the concepts you absolutely have to know. You have to understand the types of unemployment, GDP. I mean, huge concepts. If you don't get these, you're not going to get future concepts at all. Now, in Unit 3, this is when things get hard. It's a bear of unit. There's so much stuff you got to learn. It starts off the idea of aggregate demand. Aggregate demand.
I
is
felt
all
a
the stuff
severe
that people
pain
wanna
in
buy
my
in the
ear.
economy at different price levels.
In
It's got a
my
downward sloping
ear.
demand curve, just like a market demand curve, except now instead of price, it's price level. It's the price level and the quantity demand.
Don't worry, you won't suffer
by
much.
everybody. Now, this is downward
Suffer
sloping for 3
much.
reasons. You need to understand the 3 reasons.
I feel
First,
I
is
felt
the
as though I'm
wealth effect.
coming
The
down
idea
with a
that when
cold.
price level goes up, the assets in people's banks are worth less, right? Now I can't buy as
Mom,
much as before.
I have an
So when
upset
price level-
stomach. Mom, I have an upset
Mom, I have an upset stomach. Yours is where I face.
She felt as though she was getting sick. As though was sick.
goes up, people buy less stuff. And the opposite as well, price level goes down, people buy more stuff. There's also the interest rate effect. When inflation happens, interest rates
I have a
go up,
fever
so
and my
people will take
muscles
out less.
ache. She feels as though she has the chills. As though she has the chills.
Why are you acting
These
strange?
are the reasons why the aggregate demand curve is downward sloping. The last
How long?
reason is because the foreign
How long has your
trade
stomach
effect.
been
This is the
upset?
idea that goes up. People
I
in other
almost
countries
passed
don't wanna
out.
buy your stuff, and so quantity demand again
I'm sorry.
down. Just like
I'm sorry that you had to suffer.
shift, increase at the right, a
How
decrease
did you
at the
get
left.
that
And
big
shift is really
bruise?
simple. Anything that changes
That
people
big
wanna buy. So if
bruise.
other countries, or if there's more investment,
The medicine will wear off soon.
any of those things can shift the aggregate.
I think I'm coming down with something.
I think I'm coming down with something.
Means when price level goes up, producers want to produce more stuff. But there's also a long run graph. This is the anything that changes what people want to buy. So if other countries, or if there's more investments, or if there's more consumer spending, any of those things can shift the.
Wrap some ice in a towel and put it in your ankle.
Changes what people want to buy. So if other countries, if there's more investments, or if there's more consumer spending, any of those
It's a mosquito
shift
bite.
the aggregate demand either right or left.
It's a mosquito bite.
Which is upward sloping in the short run. That means when price level goes up, producers want to produce more stuff. But there's also a long run graph. This is the idea of, in the long run, we'll produce the same exact quantity. That's the idea of full employment GDP. And the long run aggregate supply shows you there's no relationship between price level and the real GDP we're actually producing in the long run. In other words, that's the idea of full employment GDP. And the long run aggregate supply shows you there's no relationship between price level and the real GDP we're actually producing in the long run. In other words, when in the long run, eventually prices will go up or down, and we'll still produce the same amount of stuff that we did before in the long run. Now, only the short run aggregate supply and the long run aggregate supply can shift. The short run one, of course, shifts right if it's an increase, a left if it's a decrease. Anything that affects producers here. So price of resources could do this, technology could do this, some sort of government regulations or taxes or subsidies that affects a lot of producers that could shift the
How's
short
your
run sector.
recovery
This is by
going?
far the most important graph. You need to be able to draw it showing full employment, showing a recessionary gap, and showing an inflationary
Longer.
gap. This shows the same concept we saw in the last unit of the business cycle. Another key concept to watch out for is the idea of stagflation. When ag supply shifts to the left, price level goes up, quantity goes down, and this is like the worst case scenario. We have inflation
The
and
medicine
low
will
output,
wear off
which is
soon.
bad. Now,
War.
another thing you have to be able to do here
Where?
is show what happens in the long run. In other words, when there's an event that occurs, how do you go from the short run back to the long run? If consumers want more stuff, ag demand goes up.
Before the
Right?
medicine
That
wore
leads to
off after
inflationary
his
gap.
surgery,
But in the
Grandpa
long
was
run,
acting
wages
weird.
will go up,
He was
cost of
singing
funds will go
funny
up, and
songs
the
and
short run
asking
supply
his
will
nurse
shift
to
back to the left
dance.
and put us back in the long run. It goes the same way for recessionary gap. Assuming the economy's at full employment, if consumption goes down, people buy less stuff. We end up with a recessionary gap. Then what
Next time I'll be more cautious when walking behind
happens?
horses.
Well, if wages are flexible, which is debatable, if wages are flexible, eventually prices will fall for resources, wages would fall, and then costs will fall for firms, so firms can produce more. Ag supply shifts right, boom, right back to the long run. And that's creating the long run aggregate supply curve. That long
Oh,
run adjustment
my
is
feet are
like
aching.
economic growth. Economic growth is the idea of
Aching.
GDP going up in the long run. In other words, when there's an increase in
The cough
investment,
medicine wore off
more
last night.
capital, so aggregate demand will
The
shift to
cough
the right.
medicine wore off
We can
last
produce more
night.
stuff. Short run supply will shift to the right.
My
The
back
long
was
run
aching,
supply
aching,
also shift to the right. And you've seen this before with
aching.
the production possibilities curve. The production possibilities curve shifting to the right is like the long run ag supply curve shifting to the right. We can produce more stuff we couldn't produce before. That's
Wraps. Wrapped. Wraps.
Yikes. That's a big bandage, Tom. It must have been a really bad wound. I expect you'll be more cautious around your pet rabbit from now on.
Be more cautious next time.
Be more cautious next time.
Can you point to where it aches, honey? It catch. Ate, honey.
My recovery was faster than I'd expected.
My recovery was faster than I expected.
It's called the Phillips curve. The Phillips curve shows the relationship between inflation and unemployment. In the short run, there's
Whenever he
downward
practices the
sloping
violin, my head starts to ache.
either high inflation or high unemployment, but usually
That sounds as if his medicine hasn't worn off yet.
there's no relationship between inflation and unemployment in the long run. So with these two graphs, you should be able to show when the economy is when it has an inflationary gap, when it has a recessionary gap, or when there's a shift in the short run supply curve and how that shifts these short run Phillips.
The wire
The next thing
mask.
you're going to learn in this unit is the idea of fiscal policy, which is change in government spending. The production possibilities curve shifting to the right. Produce more. Short run ag supply would shift to the right. And in the long run, ag supply would also shift to the right. And you've seen this before with the production possibilities curve. The production possibilities curve shifting to the right is like the long run ag supply curve shifting to the right. We can produce more stuff we couldn't produce before. That's economic growth. Before you get too excited, you can draw the concepts on one graph. Keep in mind, there's another graph that will show recessionary gap, inflationary gap, and full employment. It's called the Phillips curve. The Phillips curve shows the relationship between inflation and unemployment. In the short run, there's a downward sloping relationship. In other words, a negative relationship between these two things. Either you have high inflation or high unemployment, but usually don't have at the same time. And in the long run, it's vertical. There's no relationship between inflation and unemployment in the long run. So with these two graphs, you should be able to show when the economy is at full employment, when it has an inflationary gap, when it has a recessionary gap, or when there's a shift in the short run supply curve and how that shifts these short run Phillips curve. The next thing you're going to learn in this unit is the idea of fiscal policy, which is change in government spending and taxes. So when the economy is doing poorly, how do we fix the economy? Expansionary fiscal policy is when we increase government spending or cut taxes, and there's contractionary fiscal policy where you increase taxes or decrease government spending. And one of the last concepts you're going to see is the spending multiplier. Spending multiplier is the idea when people spend, that becomes somebody else's income, and then people save a portion of that and they spend the rest, and that spending becomes somebody else's income. Keeps happening over and over again. And you understand the idea of the marginal propensity to consume, which shows you how much people consume of new income.
That's how you felt cup?
Huh?
What game is that?
Carabao Cup quarterfinals.
Oh, this was last season?
18 hours ago.
What?
Carabao quarterfinal.
What do you mean?
That's what it says. It's 18 hours ago.
Oscar arrives at Lucy's apartment with red marks all over his face.
Oscar, what happened to you?
Don't be alarmed. I wore an avant-garde wire mask yesterday for the gallery opening.
On your face? For how long?
This is the initial change in spending happens.
8 hours. I need to make a bold statement. The marks should fade by tomorrow.
Oscar sits down carefully on Lucy's couch.
Oh no. My face is starting to ache. The indentations hurt.
Increasing government spending and lowering taxes seems like a good idea, but you're going to have to deficit spend, which is spend more than you bring in tax revenue. So
You wore it for 8 hours?
It's not just a mask. It's wearable sculpture. My face was the display.
Oscar touches his face gently and winces.
Increases interest rates and kind of crowds out investors and consumers from taking out loans and buying more stuff.
Damn.
This unit, I'm going to give 8 out of 10 difficulty because it has a bunch of key graphs.
The aching is getting worse. What if these marks don't fade?
But it's a lot of stuff going on, and it's the bulk of the macroeconomic.
They will fade. Trust me.
How would you know? You've never done anything this bold.
Oscar looks in Lucy's mirror and gasps.
I look strange. The pattern is so deep. This was a mistake.
We're talking about money in people's checking accounts, so demand deposits as well.
Oscar, relax. I've worn uncomfortable art pieces too.
What? When?
For years. At festivals, performances, everywhere.
But you always look so comfortable.
That's because I take breaks every...
Oh my god, what a call. I don't know, this guy. I think Cherky. I don't know. But that goal was clear. Look, can you see? Oh, you can see it from here. Oh, wait, hold on. That goal was fucking lit.
Now he sent it.
Oh, it's Cherky.
Damn.
That was fire. Oh my god.
This is so nonchalant.
Nonchalant, man. After all those
Oscar
fucking...
stares at Lucy, then back at the mirror.
I would not. Talking about spending and consuming and saving. We're talking about banks lending. So when a bank lends money, someone takes the money, spends it, ends up in another bank. That bank holds a portion and then loans the rest out. It keeps happening over and over and over again. The multiplier for the money.
So all those festival photos where you looked amazing.
I was wearing heavy headpieces. You just never noticed the marks late.
The initial change in money supply times the multiplier shows the total change in the money supply. Key graph in this unit is the money market graph. It shows the supply and demand for money. You've got interest rates, you've got the quantity of money, it's got a downward sloping demand. Demand for money happens for 2 reasons: transaction demand and asset demand. People need money to buy stuff, and they need money, or they like to have their assets in money as opposed to have their assets in bonds or stocks or something that's not money. So there's demand for money. The supply is vertical. It's set by the Fed, and that comes together and sets the nominal interest rate. Now, the Fed can control that money supply. They can increase it, shift to the right, and that would lower the interest rate, or they can decrease it, shift it to the left, and they can increase the interest rate. That's called monetary policy. Remember, the Fed controls money supply. If they increase the money supply, it lowers interest rates, which would increase investment in consumer spending. People would take out more loans, buy more stuff. It would increase aggregate demand. That's called expansionary monetary policy. If the Fed were decreasing the money supply, that would increase interest rates.
Another one on Oscar heavy marks on his face when he arrived at Lucy's house because yesterday he was.
How they shift the money supply. There's three shifters: reserve requirement, the discount rate, and open market operations. The reserve requirement, the Fed can decide to choose whether to increase or decrease the amount that banks have to hold. Discount rate is how much banks are charged by the Fed when they borrow money from the Fed. And then open market operations when the Fed buys or sells bonds. Here's the rules you're going to watch out for. It shows you what happens when the reserve requirement goes up or down, discount rate goes up or down, and the Fed buys or sells bonds to the money supply. So make sure you memorize this. You got to know this. That right there is monetary policy. Keep in mind there's a difference between the discount
Because
rate,
yesterday he was.
charges banks, and the federal rate is what banks charge each other. So if a bank needs money, they can either go, they can go to the people they lent the money to and say, hey, I will need the money back. That's one option. Or they can go to another bank, or they go to the Fed. So when they go to the Fed, that's the discount rate. That's what they're charged. When they go to another bank, that's called the federal funds rate. The name's horrible. They should be reversed, right? But just remember, federal funds rate is what banks charge.
Jesus Christ, dude. That sounds I hate this shit, dude. Wore an avant-garde wire mask for a gallery opening. Okay. Alright. I wonder what happened to in the text, the ChatGPT. Okay. Okay. Now let's keep going. Fuck. I bet. Now we arrived at Lucy's house with strange marks across his face. Lucy stared, confused, until Oscar explained that the night before he'd worn an avant-garde wire mask to a gallery opening. The metal had pressed into his skin for hours. Lucy laughed, shaking her head, saying art always leaves its mark, sometimes literally.
The next concept you have to understand is the idea of loanable funds. Loanable funds is another key graph that shows the demand and the supply of loans. The demand for loans is by borrowers, these are people who want to borrow money. The supply is by lenders, all the people who want to lend out money. And it gives you the real interest rate. Now, this curve, of course, can shift both supply or demand. For example, if the government does a lot of borrowing, that increases demand for loans because the government say, hey, I want to borrow from that. And again, interest rates go up. Now, the graph shows the concept of crowding out, which I talked about earlier. If the government deficit spends, they demand more money. That increases demand for loans. Higher interest rate, higher real interest rate means less investment and less consumption of things that people would take out loans for. So overall, Unit 4 is pretty hard from that. And again, interest rates go up. Now the graph shows you
Okay, I gotta disconnect and reconnect.
if the government deficit spends, they demand more money. That increases demand for loans. Higher interest rate, higher real interest rate means less investment and less consumption of things that people would take out loans for. So overall, Unit 4 is pretty hard. I give it an 8 out of 10 difficulty because it has some graphs, it has some calculations, so it's to bring a lot of different concepts together. But it's all talking about one big concept: monetary policy. If you get that, you're going to be fine. Now for the last unit, we're talking about international trade and foreign exchange. It's going to start off with the balance of payments. This shows all the transactions between different countries, and it has two different accounts, the current account and the financial account. The current account is made up of, first, the balance of trade. That's the first idea I want you to understand. Exports and imports. If you export more than you import, then you have a trade surplus. If you import more than you export, you have a trade deficit. So the first part that you need to understand is the goods and services that are sold and kept track of in the current account. Now, investment income is also counted in the current account, and so is net transfers. So when one country, gives aid to another country, or remittance, when one person in one country lives there and they send money back to their family.
Okay.
These things all count in the current account. The financial account is basically financial assets. It shows inflow and outflow of money coming in or out of a country. Now, if the inflow into your country is greater than the outflow, that means you have a surplus in the financial account. If outflow is more than the inflow, then you have
now
a
we're back.
deficit.
Okay.
The cough medicine wore off last night.
The cough medicine wore off last night.
You had a bad fall, Anna, so your recovery will take some time. You need to relax.
The medicine will wear off quickly.
The medicine will wear off quickly.
Take.
Be cautious until the wound heals.
Cautious.
Cleans. Clean.
After the surgery on your ankle, it's going to be a slow recovery. You'll probably be in a wheelchair for a couple of weeks.
The next concept you're going to learn is the big concept of this unit, foreign exchange. It talks about the relative value of currency.
My feet are
to each
aching.
other. Now, the first thing you understand is the idea of appreciation. This is the idea that a country's
How's your
currency
recovery going?
increases in value
How's
relative
your
to another
recovery
country's
going?
currency. The opposite is depreciation. Now, keep in mind, the relation between appreciation, depreciation.
My body aches, but I'm feeling a little better.
Currency appreciates. That's going to cause your
I know
net
you
export
feel
of that
better,
country
Ben,
to fall.
but
You're gonna buy
to
less
be
stuff because
cautious,
it's more
you'd
expensive.
better talk to the
China stuff.
doctor
When your
before you
currency
start
depreciates,
exercising
it's gonna
again.
cause the net
We'll
exports
call
to
later
go up.
today.
So don't get confused. Oh, it's appreciation is a bad thing. It's not. It's actually great if you're an exporter. It's bad if you're an importer. Also understand that there's a graph here. It looks like this. This shows you the supply and demand for dollars relative
Whenever
to
he
euros.
practices
So
the violin,
supply.
my
Keep in
head
mind,
starts to ache.
demand is by, because we're analyzing dollars here, demand is by Europeans.
I have a fever and
the
my
supply
muscles
is by
ache.
Americans. Also
I have a
understand that
fever
when there's a
and my
change
muscles
in
ache.
one market, there's a change in a corresponding other market. In other words,
The medicine is wearing off.
and the supply for dollars,
The medicine is wearing off.
That's the exchange rate. So, for example,
Be more
Europeans
cautious
wanna
next
go on
time.
vacation in the United
Be
States,
more
they need
cautious
more
next time.
American dollars. So demand for dollars increases, and the
Dad
dollar
sounds as if his
appreciates
medicine hasn't worn off.
to euro. But at
That
the same
sounds
time,
as if his
Europeans
medicine
are trying to
hasn't worn
supply
off yet.
the euro. That causes appreciation. So keep in mind, for any graph,
Yes,
it's also a
but
family
now
graph
my
that goes
back
along with it.
aches.
And the rule is
Yes,
the
but
demand
now my
goes up
back
for
aches.
Prepared. Find.
Up to.
In style. On top of. On top. In my cool new virtual reality game, not only do I feel like I'm fighting real monsters, but I feel like I'm saving real princesses too.
Pizza is often delivered in a cardboard.
Kevin isn't exactly our best employee. Do you know what I mean? To be.
The way she spoke to you was unacceptable. What? Do you get an allowance?
Parents. Give me dollars a week.
Do you believe people are too hard? True. Too.
It.
Oops, I didn't mean to step on your toy.
Yeah, his performance is a problem.
Yeah, his performance is a problem.
During my history classes, I always take notes. If I don't write down the main points, I often miss something important.
I learned to cook by watching Grandma.
I learned to cook by watching Grandma.
Aren't.
Oh.
She feels as though she has the chills. Has the chills.
I was feeling weakness in my legs.
He looked as if he might pass out. As if he might out.
Wrap him in a blanket.
When I had the bandage removed, the wound looked disgusting.
He just has a few bruises, but nothing serious. Phew. But.
Oh no.
Oh no, I have so many mosquito bites.
It hurts when the medicine wears off. Off.
Honey, point to where it hurts. Honey, point to hurt.
Be more cautious next time. Cautious time.
She acted as if she felt no pain. Act if she felt pain.
I had my vision checked recently. Vision checked.
He looked as if he might pass out. Looked as if he might pass out.
Wearing wool makes my
Wearing wool makes my skin itch.
I have a fever and my muscles ache.
I have a fever and my muscles ache.
Oh,
Oh no, I had so many mosquito bites.
Mom, I have an upset stomach.
Wrong, I have an upset stomach.
Mom, I have an upset stomach.
She's okay now, but apparently last month Amy had a severe illness.
How's your recovery going?
How's your recovery going? Fuck me.
The brick wall in the backyard needs.
There are lots of shows about fixer-uppers on TV in the US. People seem to enjoy watching experts fix leaks and repair plumbing.
The bricks have likely gotten weaker as they've gotten older. On top of that, the rain has probably been causing some.
we have also been fixing leaks. Lease.
It's been
Issues.
The place is dirty. On top of that, rats have clearly been living here.
Why did we buy a fixer-upper?
Why do we buy a fixer-upper?
On top of that, it has also been taking a long time. It has also been time.
Oh no. Is there a leak somewhere? Leak. Lack. Leak. Who should I call for plumbing repairs? I call plumbing.
Television. Water.
It's a historic brick house.
It's a historic brick house.
This house.
This house is made of old bricks.
On top of that.
On top of that, I've also been painting the originals.
Fixing things.
Ah.
Lucy comes home to find her kitchen faucet working perfectly. She looks suspicious.
Lynn, did you fix the kitchen faucet?
No, why would I fix anything?
It was dripping yesterday. Now it works perfectly.
Maybe you fixed it and forgot? You do a lot of things.
I didn't touch it, Lynn. Last week, the bathroom door was squeaking. Now it's silent.
Maybe the humidity changed. Wood expands and contracts.
And the wobbly table in the living room? Suddenly stable.
Ooh, what is it?
The floor probably settled. These old buildings shift sometimes.
Lucy notices grease under Lynn's fingernails.
Lynn, you have grease under your fingernails.
I was working on my motorcycle earlier.
Your motorcycle is at the shop this week.
Right. I meant I was eating pizza. Very greasy pizza.
I found your toolbox under the couch.
Lots of people have toolboxes.
And I saw you watching plumbing repair videos online last night.
Gotta go last one, man.
Those were motorcycle
Laugh
videos
Dancing?
about fuel
You know
lines.
Savino?
It was like a
Lynn looks
deflection goal.
uncomfortable. Lucy sits down next to her.
I just say Golasso.
Yeah,
Okay,
it looked kind of
fine.
nice. That's
I
why.
fix some
Wakanda
things.
type.
But don't get used to it.
I thought he's gonna chip
If
it
you
like a little
think I'm
chip.
getting
No,
too
he goes for the
comfortable
goal.
here, you'll make me move out.
Only cook. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
I thought he chipped
Lynn,
it.
actually,
It would have
I've
been
been
nice if he actually chipped.
exaggerating how broken things were.
What do you mean?
The faucet just needed the handle tightened. The door needed 1 drop of oil.
Why would you do that?
Because when you fix things, you feel useful. And when you feel useful, you're happy.
That's weirdly sweet and manipulative.
Yeah, company got folded, y'all. Another one on Lucy exaggerating the problems at the house so that Lynn would repair them, over repair them, so that she would feel useful and that it would make her happy. small problems around the house, so Lynn would rush to fix them. A loose handle became dangerous, and a tiny leak became turned into an emergency. Lynn over-repaired everything, feeling proud and useful. Watching her smile, Lucy felt a little guilty, but also glad she'd found a strange way to make her friend happy. Okay.
Sergio, rate the goal 1 through 10. Have you seen it before? It happened yesterday. It happened yesterday. Have you seen
I'll
it?
watch it.
It happened yesterday.
This was not yesterday. Too frustrating.
Is that gonna go?
Beautiful, man.
Come here.
Bro, look to your left. No, look to your left. Look to your right.
Diddy.
Look at them there. Look how nice they are. And they're so cute. I want to fuck them. Yeah, my arms hurt. Dude, you know what sucks is that sometimes when you work out, you don't really feel too much pain. And I'm
The
like,
next day.
damn, bro, I think I did a shit workout. But yeah, the next day I'm like, it fucking hurts. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't feel shit. Oh, that's part of growing. Oh my god. Beautiful.
Bro, what is the goalie doing, bro? He's so ass.
What do you mean, what is the goalie doing? He's doing his job.
Look what Ben has done.
Damn. That angle's the best one. He had
This
no
one?
chance. The one before, where like clearly Ederson had no chance of getting it. Or who was the goalie?
Edison.
Yeah, look at Ederson. Look, he can't even reach it, bro. Even with full look at his head.
Hold that offside. They said offside, then they're like offside.
Ooh. Oh, what the fuck? Outside for what?
Too good of a goal.
Too good of a goal. Referee's hacking. Hold on.
What a fucking bullet. Oh my god.
Look at Sissy. She's cold. She needs something warm.
Oh.
Ah, pendeja.
R.
Well, this is definitely a fixer-upper. The roof has a bunch of leaks, and on top of that, the plumbing has also been making weird noises. It's been. There are lots of shows about fixer-uppers on TV in the US.
Ben. The bricks have likely gotten weaker as they've gotten older. On top of that, the rain has probably been causing some damage to them, too.
Does the brick fireplace still work? Does the brick
fireplace still work?
These bricks look like they're over 100. These bricks look like they're over 100 years old.
This house is made of old bricks.
This house is made of old bricks.
Does all the plumbing work?
I know. It's a fixer-upper. I know.
I know it's a fixer-upper.
I really like these bricks. They're over 100 years old.
We have a new project. We bought a fixer-upper on the outskirts of town. It's exciting, but I do hope we haven't made a terrible mistake. I'm worried about how much fixing the leak will cost.
We have also been fixing leaks.
We have also been fixing leaks.
Who should I call for plumbing repairs?
Who should I call for plumbing repairs?
Oh no! There's a leak in the toilet!
Oh no, there's a leak in the toilet.
Make sure it's locked. Would you? Lock you.
It took me a few weeks to get used to my new mood. Used.
I'd make a new friend every summer. I'd make a new friend every summer. So
Why don't we clean up right now?
Why don't we clean up right now?
My experience is my main advantage. Is main advantage.
I logged out of my account. Ow. The interview went really well, thanks. The man who interviewed me looked very familiar. I think I might have kissed him in a bar once.
I'll admit that I'm a little jealous.
Will I get in trouble?
Will I get in trouble?
I'd always get homesick and I'd.
Remember that time we tricked your brother into thinking the school swimming pool was full of sharks? He was so scared to go near the water.
Michael didn't used to have a mustache, did he?
You should be proud of your achievements.
You should be proud of your achievements.
The museum decided not.
Decided. Oh shit. Okay. Ah, fuck. Fuck me.
That report made some really that report made
That report made some really crazy suggestions.
Is the meeting online or face to face?
Is the meeting online or face to face?
I told him he'd get in trouble.
I told him he'd get in trouble.
Ya, ahora no. ¿Qué tiempo? Vamos ahorita también. ¿Sí?
Where are you going?
My final exam.
Take care, man. Good luck with that.
Are you
But yeah, pretty much, I'm gonna go to Queens College.
Oh, that?
Yep, that's the final decision. But not for the major I want. But they said, once you raise your GPA in those classes that
Would you register for your classes?
once you raise your GPA higher, you qualify for the GPA requirement for VFA design. Oh, there it is.
Oh shit! How I like?
Did the school give you that?
No, budget.
Yeah, good luck on your final. Is it a math or?
Economics.
Okay, good luck on your final. What the fuck? Ah, 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 ah. You got big booty. You got big booty. You got big booty. You got thighs. So nice.
In my cool new virtual reality game, not only do I feel like I'm fighting real monsters, but I feel like I'm saving real princesses too.
In the game doesn't. Real princesses to the game doesn't work. In the long run, upgrading technology saves money, but it's expensive effort.
When you fell and hit your head, it may have damaged your vision. You were also unconscious for a few minutes, so we need to do some tests.
No, Alex, you don't have a severe illness. You just stayed up too late and didn't get enough sleep. It's a school day, so please get up now.
Dad sounds as if his medicine hasn't worn off yet.
Dad sounds as if his medicine hasn't worn off yet. How much better? My leg still aches.
I know you feel better, Ben, but to be cautious, you'd better talk to the doctor before you start exercising again. We'll call later today.
Never said it. You always look nice. Remind me of someone that I've forgotten. Oh really? Let's hope it's not someone too bad. Do-do-do-do, in the living room. Fuck me.
I know you feel better, Ben, but to be cautious, you'd better talk to the doctor before you start exercising again. We'll call later today.
Our strategy.
Our strategy isn't working. Let's try a different way.
We need a new tablecloth. We need a new tablecloth.
We need a new tablecloth.
Yesterday, I heard my neighbor scream, so I ran to his house to see what happened. I saw him dancing around with a winning lottery ticket.
Yes, but now my back aches.
Yes, but now my back aches. Now. Oh.
How many guests attended the baby? How many guests attended the baby shower?
How many guests attended the baby shower?
In my cool new virtual reality game, not only do I feel like I'm fighting real monsters, but I feel like I'm saving real princesses too.
The game doesn't work. The game doesn't work. Uh-oh. Doesn't work. Gotta turn this off again, man. La 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 la. La 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 la. Alea, Alea, Alea. يا مخبية ما نشلمين يا كلاري يا رمان خبية عليا عليا عليا. Okay, now we back in business.
Did you ever get homesick?
Did you ever get homesick? Fuck.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you.
The point is we need a better strategy.
The point is we need a better strategy. Okay, it's hot. I don't know why. Okay. Need to give it a break for a second because it's overheating like crazy. I'll be back. Another failure. We back in business. Alright, we back in business. Okay, let's keep going. Okay.
Remember that time we got lost?
Remember that time we got lost?
All experiments.
All experiments will be done in the lab. Not popular. Fuck me. Would be one. I used to be very ambitious. I wanted to stay in bed all day. And I skipped lots of lessons, and that's why he was the best in the class. Mm. So of course,
Oh man, absolutely nothing is finished. Nothing is finished.
Is the toilet clogged again? Clogged again.
The room's a little damp. Uh, uh,
On top of that, it has also been taking a long time. Has also been take a long time.
hurry up. Computer slow. Oh my god, Wi-Fi is now just great. Just fucking great, yeah. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now we're better. Fucking waste of time.
Wonder.
I just can't get over the condition of this place. We're going to need more help. Can you ask on social media if any...
Do. Have you also been stressing out about the garden? It stresses me out. There's much more work than I imagined. To be honest, it's pretty concerning. I think we may need to ask a few people.
Thanks for giving me a hand.
Thanks for giving me a hand.
That noise from the attic is concerning.
Concerning.
Will there be maintenance costs?
Will there be maintenance costs?
Oh my gosh! We haven't even started the repairs yet, and this place is already stressing me out.
Yeah, I can't get over it.
Yeah, I can't get over it.
Our new house needs a lot of maintenance. There's a never-ending list of things to do. I feel like we've become full-time repair people.
Isn't it concerning that none of the windows open?
Oh, I couldn't get over the horrible kitchen.
Oh, I couldn't get over the horrible kitchen.
Stress.
I can't get over it either.
I can't get over it either.
Could you give me a hand in the garage?
Could you give me a hand in the garage?
I got some concerning news from the bank.
I got some concerning news from the bank.
Worry.
Uh, oh yeah. One more lesson.
Can you tell us the reason why she called? Tell. I will. The reason she called.
Oh, I think these little trees won't be healthy outside. They need to be warm. Your best bet is to keep them inside, near a window.
Luigi, my sister asked if you enjoy living in Rome. She's considering going there this summer and what.
But now you have nothing in common.
But now you have nothing in common.
If I'd sung, people would have thrown tomatoes. If I'd sung, people would have thrown tomatoes. If I'd sung, people would have thrown tomatoes.
Yes, several people have seen a giant rabbit.
Remember when we would ride bikes? Back, bank, back.
Be grown.
I didn't get my money back, but they bank, back.
That painting looks so realistic. That
painting looks realistic.
If I changed jobs, I wouldn't work late.
If I changed jobs, I wouldn't work late.
Remember that time we put lime? Time.
I mostly work outdoors, unless it's really cold. Cold.
I'd always get homesick and miss my family at summer camp.
I found a job shortly after college.
I found a job shortly after college.
I'll look for a job in the engineering industry.
Engineering.
What would I do if I left my job?
What would I do if I left my job? Okay, that's it. See you guys in